What's up, Dragon Brood? So we're at the end of this set with, by the time you're watching this, like 2 days to go, I think, until the new set releases. Talking about Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, in case you didn't know. And we have a lot of content coming over the next 48 hours, 32 hours, maybe, depending on when you're watching this, to kind of set things up for that set. So we have an idea of what we're going to do. But between now and then, we still want to play some other decks and show some stuff off because we still have Magic to play. I mean, much as we want to see the new set, we're not done playing Magic right now. Now, this comes from another creator and YouTuber, November Lima, and we featured one of his decks before, probably like 6-7 months ago. So hopefully you like this one, but it is a Boros Fury deck. Think like the Naya Fury deck we played about 2 months ago, but in this case, this is just red-white. And it actually plays similarly with a few different spells. Now, this isn't the exact list that he played. We did actually change a couple of things, but the heart of the concept is still there. So, hope you'll enjoy it. Let's get to it. Now again, this is going to look similar to the Naya list, but obviously where there's no green, it kind of opens up room for a few cards we didn't have in there before. And what I like about this particular list is it does have a good amount of removal, and it has the ability to come over top big and win in a very kind of surprising fashion some of the time. So really big fan of that. And it's just all really good cards. I don't think there's there's maybe one card in here I would say is like less than favorable, but generally the cards kind of do what you want them to do all the time. So anyway, getting into the list, we have Seasoned Hollowblade, one of the best cards you can play for 2 mana in this type of list, so we don't want to turn our nose up at that. We do have 3 Chiziri Shelter, and these are actually good just for helping you get through the final points of damage. That said, it is also another land, and sometimes we will need to play these as tapped lands early. Unleash Fury, doubling the attack or the power of a creature. Pretty simple, straightforward. Rip Apart. This is a list where it kind of makes sense for Rip Aparts because you have so many other cards that are necessary for this list to work, right? We have to play stuff like Unleash Fury. So that eats up slots that would normally be what we would call flex slots, right? Where you can pick your type of removal or whatever. Well, you don't have that in this type of list. So having a card that can be creature removal, something to help control planeswalkers, and at the same time be something that can be a disenchant to get rid of enchantments or artifacts is pretty nice because it gives you 4 slots that can effectively do multiple things to help the deck out. And it also reduces the odds that you're going to have that card be dead. Whereas sometimes you could have a removal card, but you play it against, say, Sultai Ultimatum, and it's a lot less valuable. However, here, worst case scenario, you can still use the destroy target artifact or enchantment half to get rid of something like Wolfwillow Haven, or to even get rid of Binding of the Old Gods to keep them from ramping. Or if you're really worried about them searching for the answer, get rid of a Omen of the Sea whenever they're tapped out. Right, so this allows you to do some other things other than just have a dead removal card, which I really like. Spellbinder, we've talked so much about this card on other deck lists, like, it's just great. Redain, now this is kind of an interesting choice. I left Redain in the list, but it's actually, Redain's one of those cards that, like, I don't love it, but I never hate it. You know, it's good against things like Ultimatum, where you're getting to turn off your opponent's extinction events, Shadow's Verdicts, ultimatums, just forcing them to have to wait another turn or two or spend a turn dealing with Redain first. And when you have stuff like Unleash Fury, well, sometimes just that extra turn is all you need. The other part is when you're playing something like Valkyria against the aggro decks or against White Weenie, any type of mono red where you get a bunch of 1 and 2 power things, this could be very good too. So, like the card in this list. Also, I will point out, we don't have a lot in the 4 mana slot, so I don't necessarily hate even playing Valkyria in here for that. Then we have Skyclave Apparition, a removal card. For Bonecrusher Giants, we've also talked a lot about this on previous videos. 2 Kazul's Fury. Now, I don't love Kazul's Fury by any stretch, but in this type of list, it does serve a purpose. It can let you get an extra 2 to 4 damage, depending on what you're flinging, but if you do manage to get off an Unleash Fury, well, then you're going to be getting probably somewhere between 12 and, I don't know, 16 damage for the turn. You know, getting through with something that gets their power doubled and then flinging it. Like, a lot of times that puts you really close to ending the game by itself. Then we've got 3 Showdown of the Scalds, just a way to kind of reload your hand later. 4 Goldspan Dragons. Now, I want to point out, one of the things that's really good about Goldspan Dragon in this list is that whenever you target it with the Unleashed Fury, you make more mana. So if you have 2 Furies and a Dragon, you can attack with the Dragon, generate treasure, sack that for 2 mana, play the Fury, targeting the Dragon, so now it's 8 power, but then you make another treasure, then you can sack that treasure to target your Dragon, and then it's 16 power, and you still have a treasure left over when you're done. So it's kind of absurd if you get to pull that off. And again, it can almost be a one-turn kill. Now for lands, we're playing 6 plains, 5 mountains, 3 Fury Calm Snarl, 4 Needle Verge Pathway, and 4 Fable Passage. The only thing I will point out about this list that's a little bit frustrating is that the Snarls do kind of get in the way sometimes, but because we do have stuff like Apparition, you know, the Goldspan Dragon, sometimes even just wanting to play 2 white mana thing this turn and maybe something that requires 2 red mana the following turn really means you want to have stuff like that. So we're kind of just going to take the hit on it, so to speak. But that's it. As always, be sure to catch up at the end of the video. Watch to the end, or at least skip to the end, and see what updates we would make to this list. And then hang around, because we have a card spotlight where we'll inform you about some things you didn't necessarily know about a card in Magic's history. Up against I'm the Dude. Well, they might be the dude. I don't know. I don't know who the dude's supposed to be unless they're talking about, like, the Big Lebowski. Which, by the way, would you believe I have not seen that movie all the way through in one sitting? I've seen, like, parts of it 4 times. Alright, we'll just pass. So our plan here, I think, is going to be shoot a Savior, play Spellbinder, try to hit a 4-drop if they have one. Oh. Well, that's different. Okay. Get rid of this. Much as I don't love it. Oh, by Baneslayer, we're just going all the way up. Well, we may need to be using both of these together to take out a Baneslayer. My goodness. Well, that is a thing to know. Oh, bejesus. A Baneslayer. Whew. Good news is, if we stick a Bonecrusher Giant here and then a Showdown, we can make our Bonecrusher Giant possibly big enough to take down even a first striking Baneslayer. Won't be able to do that with a Elite Spellbinder, sadly. Okay, that's fine. Like, annoying, but fine. Hey, Sepsis Bear! Thanks for that subscription. Alright, opponent's about to start dropping things, and this is about to get ugly. Okay, that's not that bad. That just makes us pay another one if we want to kill that Sigrid eventually. Oh, this is really big, though. This is big, because we can't... Oh, we're not going to be able to do quite enough, are we? Because this first strikes. Ooh, okay. Alright. Man, choices. There's things. But I also don't want to waste these because I know a Baneslayer Angel's coming. Oh, what do we do? What do we do? Okay. So if we attack, they block with Daxos. We could just Unleash Fury. But then we're not going to be able to kill the Baneslayer easily. Though we could just play Showdown. Nope, that's not going to get us there. There's also a possibility we attack. Oh, no, because this also is going to prevent a point, too. So we'd have to use this. Oh, that sucks. That sucks a lot. Oh, those are like just the annoying cards to have. I think we attack. Yeah, I was going to say, because they're probably not blocking. Okay, so the opponent's at 18. If we play a showdown now, that would mean this could get that up to 5. And no, actually, we'd play this first. Give it protection from white. That would get up to 5 plus 1. Or no, they're just 5 protection. But then this would make it 6, and that would double it to 12. 2, 4. We're not going to have enough. Damn. All right, we still got to try, though. This is our only other real option, I think. I don't know if that dragon does it either. Oh, they're playing the Heliod instead here. Oh, that actually makes a big difference. All right. Oh, and another shelter. And another Unleashed Fury. Wait, can we do it here? Double in protection? Oh, that's going to be so good. 2, 4, 6. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, we just got to give it protection from white, then double. Crazy pants. All right. From white. And then we attack. Double. Yeah, I got to take some damage from my own Bone Crusher. Don't care. Oh, that was good. Okay, well, we're not throwing this back. Not with 2 Hollow Blades and a Rip Apart and a red and a white land. We're just going to have to go for it. We just need this to not be mono black auras. Oh. This probably is, isn't it? I'm going to be really sad. I'm about to be really, really sad, aren't I? Come on now. Oh, no, it's Rogues. Okay, that's actually much better for us. Because mono black auras would have been really bad for Hollow Blades. Hollow Blades actually don't mind this setup. If you attack, I will block and discard a card. I promise. I don't value my cards like that. Let's see what the opponent wants to do here. And they don't want to do anything there. Okay. So then we could play Redain, but I don't know if Redain has any real value here, because they obviously aren't going to play anything that costs more than 4. I could Spellbinder and just trade with whatever they play, or I could just play Hollow Blade and keep attacking on the ground. Though I think we're going to play Spellbinder because we find another land, I could have a turn where I Hollow Blade and Rip Apart. So I like that better. Yeah, sure. You have another Thieves Guild Enforcer. I mean, this is probably going to become a life race more than a card race, so I'm not that concerned. There could be a didn't say please in the future. I don't like that. But I don't like Into the Story and Of One Mind more. Those are at least sorceries, so though they would tap out to do that on their turn, that's actually reasonable. I'm not going to give them the End of the Story. I mean, because really, them having a didn't say please with the Of One Minds is fine. Because they're either going to tap out on their turn or they're not going to do anything else. Yeah, exactly. So I'm fine with that. Like, I don't have to play anything else. am going to discard Redain, I believe. Now let's see what that last card was. Oh, was a drown in the lock. That's super unfortunate. Okay. Well, so now we've got 3-2 versus 3-1. Also explains why the opponent didn't want to commit mana on their turn. Makes a lot of sense, actually. Now we have 2 rip-aparts. Well, that changes things a bit, too. Because now we can rip apart, let them counter, attack, maybe even discard the other rip apart. And then just play the other Hollow Blade? I think that makes sense. Really? Well, all right. What's about to happen here? Oh, another Enforcer. Sure. That's fine. Kind of the same plan, really. Doesn't really change much. All right. So if they got anything, they have to draw it now. Wind Robber, sure. But come on, untap land, because now we know they can't do anything. I'll give up a Hollow Blade here. That's not an untap land. That is a very disappointing situation, but we win anyway. It's not fancy, and we kind of have to play the Glacier down as a land here. Just to make sure that we can, like, play a Bone Crusher on time. Oh. Well, I guess it's a good thing I have double Bone Crusher now, isn't it? Oh, wait a minute. They're not playing Lurrus. I don't think I've seen a version of this that doesn't have Lurrus. Okay, well, I haven't seen a version that does this either. Arena doesn't give much opportunity to learn by socialization. Oh, yeah. No problem. Like, unfortunately, I do think Arena needs to not have any real level of communication. I think most games, especially games that are one-on-one, particularly don't need it. Just because it leads to a lot of idiocy, for lack of a better explanation. But I do understand what you're saying. I try to do my content in a way that I can, not in the most sterile sense, but can educate, you know, while still entertaining if possible. You know what? I'm going to take the damage here. Mostly because if they have a Village Rites, I don't want them to get cards they can also cast this turn. Okay, they don't have a Village Rites. That's good to know. That's real nice to know. This is a little tough because part of me wants to play the Bone Crusher Giant, but I also know kind of what the rest of these decks tend to look like. And there is a -3/-3 enchantment, so I'm going to wait. Especially since now we know, unless they just draw it, there's no Village Rites there. So we're going to get fairly maximum value off of our Bone Crushers, I would think. And we can just save the Rip-Aparts for something else. Ah, there's a Lurrus. Well, we'll let them go ahead and dedicate to casting that. And then we'll go ahead and kill a Lurrus. I mean, that being said, they could have the spell that returns stuff or whatever, but can't do anything about it if they do have it. Man, we're going to end up giving the opponent a lot of cards here, aren't we? Alright, well, let's just minimize that. Maybe draw the dragon next turn would be nice. Or the land to play the dragon, I mean. The thing is, though, if they don't have a spot removal card, if the removal is only enchantments, and we actually resolve the dragon, we can just win with Triple Fury. Right? Because we can go 4 to 8 to 16 to 32. Oh, yeah, and they're tapped out. Come on! This is going to be awesome if it happens. Come on. I don't think I've ever wanted an untapped land more than right now. Oh, we didn't get it. We didn't get it. Oh, that was so sad. That was so sad. Fling is interesting protection. So maybe we don't play that as a land. Okay. Because now we can cast Dragon. Once it gets targeted, we can target it to grow it, target it to grow it, and fling it still, as long as we have one extra land. So that seems fine. So now I don't even think we can lose. As long as we let each of these... Okay, yeah, we're good now. Because with one black mana, they're not going to be able to do enough of anything. I mean, maybe duress us. That'd be about it. And we're going to get all the bonuses from the showdown. Wow. This is going to be big. Just making sure. Do I need white? Nope, it's all red that we need. Okay. All right. Double. Coming again to double. Coming again to double. Man, we still had Fury action. Woo! That could have been a 92 point turn. Well, there's something with the target. Okay, what are we doing? I guess I could have used the rip apart, but I'd rather kill something bigger. Namely Bone Crusher Giants and the like. Trying to think what we want to do here. Trying to decide if I just want to kill this apparition or this aspirant, or if I want to just be more mana efficient. And I think I'm... Yeah, but there's a chance they just have a Bone Crusher Giant of their own. Or an apparition, which would also be annoying. But it's not really going to change much for us, though, is it? And if they play a Bone Crusher next turn, we probably don't care a lot, unless they stomp something and then... Yeah, I guess we just do this. This feels like the safest action. If it is an apparition, then fine. They make the apparition 3/3, and then we get to kill the aspirant anyway. Or if we get a land, we get to kill them both. Whereas if, like I said, if it had been a stomp plus, say, like Selfless Savior, that could have made things very difficult. Ah, man, we failed. Okay, well, sadly. Wish we would have had more going for us there, but we don't. Man, we needed to land really badly that turn. Being able to even play like Hollow Blade in one of those things, or Hollow Blade Stomp, whatever, would have been good. But, ugh. Man. That hurts. Ooh, Bozriket's pretty nice. And now we're not going to be able to kill the Aspirant.
We grow or wither as I trust in your ability.
Yeah, that's a real problem. That is a definitive problem for sure. And still without a land, which would be great. Well, that doesn't help. Alright, well, we'll just take the one thing we can. Getting stuck on 3 lands here was real bad. Real bad. Okay. That's not bad. I will gladly make that trade. Okay, we do lose Spellbinder. They end up with the 3/3 Apparition.
Now is the time to strike.
There's land a little bit late. Now it's a matter of what can we do with this. That's going to get up to 6. We could possibly shoot it. Well, no, we need another red mana for that to happen. Alright. This at least can keep us balanced there, though. Let's see if we can do it. What are they playing red for? Just the Blade Historian, maybe? I mean, my thought would be Blade Historian Winota, but, like, I don't know. I don't think I've seen versions that have Bozrikets, so I don't know what this is. Alright, more land. We don't hate that. That's less live creatures and stuff to do damage to us. So that's good. Man, we need a red mana pretty serious, though. Whether to cast a dragon or to be able to do Giant plus Fury. But we need something. This is not good, though, that they have extra lands in hand. Unless they're just debating whether they want to attack or not. Oh, Aluris. What? Oh, I definitely did not see that coming. That's bad. That is real bad. That is disastrously bad. Yep.
I will guard your advance.
Yep. That was about as bad as that turn could have gone, everybody. I think we're dead now. It would have been hard for that to be worse. Yep. And no mana still. Okay, well, we lost that one. Damn. Which is sad for us. Yeah, we'll keep this. Ooh, the opponent did us a favor. Hey, look! We found a dragon. Shoot the opponent. Excellent. Excellent. Whoa. What? No, I want to click that. There we go. I don't know what you're doing, Arena. Get your act together. We'll remove that so the opponent doesn't get to do anything with it. Probably playing some... Oh, no, I thought they were going to play a bigger thing here. I think right now... this is tough, because part of me wants to just get rid of the Visionary. What are the odds that I attack and they'll block with the Visionary? You think? I don't think they will. I actually don't care if they do, though. Okay. So we can kill the Visionary. Like, here's the problem, though, right? If we play this, we're trying to stop something that costs potentially either 4 or 5 mana. If we shoot the Visionary, then we're just hoping they don't have a land and the 4 mana thing. And then we're just, for real, racing, but I can't play anything else this turn. So I think what I'm going to do is this. Okay, so we don't care about Uprising, we don't care about Bronodon, we don't care about mana. So we'll just get Vivian. Okay.
I didn't expect to be prey.
So yeah, their hand was actually pretty docile overall. Yeah, so you have currently 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's fine, because we can still shoot one with the Bone Crusher next turn if we feel the need to. And since their hand doesn't really do much, let's just keep them off of mana. Now, admittedly, I could have kept it in hand because 7 + 2 obviously is lethal. But there are some scenarios here where, okay, I was going to say, where they could have played like Great Hinge or something else, which could have been kind of bad. I may block 5 here just because we're going to be able to play 2 Bone Crusher Giants next turn. So I could have gambled on that to try to just shoot them, but I also didn't want them to play. Well, never mind. That's going to get us a win anyway. All right. That was quick. That list was actually a lot of fun. You know, it does feel similar to the Naya list, but it almost feels like it has a bit more removal, which is kind of nice. I'm not really mad at it. You know, your card advantage options are a little bit different, but I'm actually okay with that. I kind of like the way this one's going, and I enjoy it quite a bit. Now, where would it get updated from the new set? Not sure yet. I'd have to take a look and see kind of what else is there in AFR. We'll be doing more of that here later this week. But if you just want something to toss together with cards already in your collection and do some laddering for the last couple days, this is a good one. So November Lima, my imaginary hat, is off to you. Now, for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Squirrel's Nest. And the reason I bring up Squirrel's Nest is this kind of comes back to some of the other stuff we talked about on some previous card spotlights, is that when you have a set of the caliber of Modern Horizons 2, it does bring a lot of stuff with it. And in this case, one of the things that got lifted were anything referencing squirrels. So I kind of had my eye on Squirrel Nest, and it was only a matter of time before this jumped. And it's just now starting to see some movement. So if you want to move these now is the time. We may actually peak a little bit higher, but this is probably the best time to move them here for the foreseeable future. Get a few bucks for them, and put some little cash in your pocket. Like, this is a pretty cool card. It does have some combo options with things that untap lands when creatures come into play. So you're going to be able to see that, probably. It can also fit into some commander decks that are trying to combo off or just get a bunch of tokens, and maybe not even be squirrels necessarily. So it does have some fringe uses as well, so it's not like it's a dead card even before the squirrels showed up, but now you just have a lot of people with squirrels on their mind, which sounds a little weird, but you get what I'm saying. Don't forget, today's deck list will be down in the description below like always, and I will continue to implore you to check out all of the other links we have in the description because we have a lot of cool stuff there, especially if you want to come join me on my Facebook streams, my Twitch streams, or come hang out in the Discord, talk about Magic, get deck help, get early notices whenever I have cool stuff going on, or any of that type of stuff. The links are down there for you to do that. And please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, and notification bell, because those help so much. Anytime y'all have been hitting those like buttons, it really does help get in front of more people. And it lets you be notified whenever we have a video up, which is also important. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.